Off to a great start.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Great Ocean 150 Brocar event here on the Project Homecoming server. I am FaZe. I am your commentator for this event. This great event put together by Red Laser Beam. We are currently on the cruise to the pits.
Woo!
Well, technically not the pits.
Well, meetup spot. You know.
I fucked it already.
No Brocar, by the way.
Close enough.
Epic.
Yeah, also Brocar. That's Brocar.
Go.
Yeah,
Never got
dude,
the
we're gonna
GH
get
there,
some
bud.
gnarly curves in here.
Okay, guys. Just make fun
Oh,
of
Benny's already Benny.
Blade, thank you for the perfect timing and the follow.
Oh no, I scratched the paint job on my car.
Alright,
no.
as we are on the way
Oh, jeez.
for
Why the hell is my...
on this cruise, let's talk with some of the drivers behind us. Epic is driving the definitely not a Stratum Saber Grove cars. He somehow got that car through inspection, and
Indeed.
what do you think about your race today, Epic?
Well, I think it's gonna go pretty okay, but I don't expect to be coming like top places. I would expect to probably end up around the middle, if you had to ask me. So, I know the car is good. We've tested it out, so pretty sure that it's gonna be a good race.
Alright, you and the Stratum team are been working hard and definitely the underdogs as you're the only Stratum in the field, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go to ADHD TV. How are you feeling about today's race?
I'm feeling good, FaZe.
Alrighty.
Right to the point.
And to Bleed! How are you feeling about today's race?
I mean, I'm not racing, so
Note to self, have an actual sign-up sheet instead of just going off to everyone in the Discord. You can tell I do this stuff professionally. Alright, Benny, how are you feeling? You're the first in the whole cruise area. You just took out a sign. How are you feeling?
Yeah, good, bud. We got this 2-hour hot dogs E-cola machine hooked up and ready to go. Yeah!
Look, he doesn't even have a sense of direction.
Benny, that's not the road.
oh my god.
I'm sorry?
That's
We're not even
the
on the
road.
track yet. We've had our first like.
It's not the
major
road.
crash.
Oh, where the hell's the racetrack?
We're getting there.
This ain't F.
Fuck.
Oh, okay, bud.
God.
Oh,
Benny, are you appropriating my culture?
Lost the pace car. Oh, it's back. You gotta follow the pace car.
It's because it was a
Alright.
right turn, he's only good at
Benny,
turning.
thanks for the insight, and hopefully you don't have.
I don't want to wreck.
Hopefully you don't have any crashes during the race. Shadow, how are you feeling?
Close to first.
Hello, I'm feeling alright. Ow.
Oh God.
Calamity.
Well, I guess we need an actual safety car now.
Are you still alright?
No.
The road to the vineyard.
All right, Shadow, how are you feeling after that little shake with death?
I'm feeling alright. It's a track I enjoy, so I don't know. I'm feeling good about the race.
All right. Ivan, how are you feeling?
Bonjour. I was feeling quite good, considering I'm the only étranger driving in this race, and I think I could have some chances of winning this race, because of strategy and other stuff. So yeah.
All right.
Ricky Booby.
Romanian V, how are you feeling?
I gotta say, I'm not as confident as other guys. However, I'm here to represent, maybe not bring home a podium or maybe not even anything.
Finish the race.
However, I'm just here to compete and show that we are able us Romanians to
Um,
actually get something done.
All right. Lots of confidence. Let's go over to Wild Child. How are you feeling today?
A bit texty.
Bit texty.
Yeah, he's feeling pretty texty.
I don't think he has a mic.
I don't think he has a mic.
No.
Through commentary.
Roger that, bro.
Got 4 jokes.
All right.
Yeah,
a
that
strong
sounds
player.
like Romania, right?
Well, that's everyone. Well, that's everyone that I can see with the text above their name. So, you don't want to hear from me. Well, you didn't want to talk, so kind of you don't want to hear from us. Let's talk to our pace car driver, Jim. How are you feeling about today's race?
I'm feeling good. Just hope it's a nice clean race and I don't have to do much work.
All right, a man who doesn't want to do his job. Glad to hear it. Oh, we already got another crash. It's epic. Spinning out on the right-hander. Well, these cars only turn left,
This doesn't
so...
surprise me.
He's not used to
Seems about
turning right.
accurate.
He got caught by surprise.
All right,
Nah,
we are
you're
coming
fine.
up here. Let's talk to Hatman. How are you
Somebody else.
feeling today?
A bit texty as well, I'd say.
He can't unmute himself. Rip.
Ah. Also, Benny's got lost on the way here. Oh,
Oh
Yes.
no.
All
oh,
right,
Benny.
well, we're coming
That
up
Tio.
to the massive reveal.
Hello, folks.
hello.
Oh no,
Epic.
my game crashed.
Oh, no.
Good.
Epic!
GG.
Rip.
Oh, I'm the only one who's
He
walking
crashed
around.
too.
Nice.
To anyone just joining the stream who is not a part of this, this is
Yes,
the
Ninja.
Project Homecoming Great Ocean 150 event put together on the Project Homecoming server. We are about to do the grand car review of the Ferocious single-seater, I believe.
Okay,
so.
guys, park
Oh,
up your
there.
cars and gather in the middle on foot.
Going to get up there with Dak, and we're going to take a little photo.
Jam, can I get an Uber back to the top of the vineyards?
I'm yeah.
I'm
Thanks,
gonna
buddy.
go and pick up people. The reveal is happening in about 10 to 15 minutes.
Let
You
Dark
okay
do
with
it.
the pickup, or do you want me to go get him?
So chill out here. Yeah, Fire
Yeah,
Call, if you want to
Firecall.
grab a transit and bus everyone who comes, because we're going to be opening
Stay
the
away
reserve
from the
list
Benson,
in
please.
about 5 minutes.
Yep.
Thank you.
I get to take the bus. Actually, Farkel, this is
You
payback
get-
for me.
You
giving
get to
this
ride on the Peasant Express.
Oh, buddy! Oh boy! Oh
Um,
boy!
Should we
I'm
rejoin now?
honored.
I'd probably wait until after the reveal.
Okay.
All right,
This is
I'm
paid.
gonna take a look at all the cars that are here. Give everyone on the stream something to look at before the race. Since all y'all standing, all happy is just
Should we hold hands?
gay.
Yes.
And sing Kumbaya, yes.
I mean, this is a happy moment.
Oh,
Hey, Faisy, maybe do some critiques on our cars, our liveries.
All right, I'm not known for critiquing anything livery-wise, but let's take a look at this number 55 car right here. The Arcadius machine. I don't know who drives it. It's got some
It's Danny
sponsors
Annie
on
Annie.
it. It's Mr. Danny Annie's car. Danny Annie. You want to talk about your Arcadius 55?
I mean, I don't have a lot of things to say. I think it's nice. That's honestly all. Yeah.
Hey, Farkel, remember me giving you a lift during the PUBG thread? This is kind of like payback now.
All right, let's go over to the number 56 of Zondat in the device. How you feeling? Talk about your car.
Think he's feeling a bit texty.
Oh, this car is a bit off-white. It's got that pink versus blue or white. I am wearing sunglasses right now, so can't really see anything.
That might be an issue.
Shut up.
Please don't crash again.
He only makes grade A content, and you cannot deny that.
Alright,
And
Zonda
back
and the
around.
56. Let's go to Red Laser Beams. Number 1, Redwood Cigarettes. Red, tell us about your car.
Oh, well, it's a pretty cool car. I gotta thank the guys at Redwood so much for coming on board and sponsoring this car for this race. I've been smoking Redwood since I was a child, and so it just means so much to me for them to be on the car. The design is actually a throwback to it was a car driven by Kevin Harvick in the NASCAR race at Atlanta in 2001. The design is based off of that. Simple but cool design. Really excited to have it in the event again.
It does certainly look cool. Alright, let's run all the way over here because no one likes to park next to each other. To the U-Tool 28. Who drives this car?
Me, Coaster.
Alright, Coaster, talk about this car.
I honestly have nothing to say really much about it, but I mean, I'm probably going to be mid-pack or somewhere around there. I don't really know if my confidence is good enough for this race, but we'll see.
Alright. Let's go move over to the Bahama Mamas 24 Saber, who is driven by
Zeno.
Zeno. Okay, he's a bit texy, so we're just gonna take a look around here. So for future events, these are all held on the Project Homecoming servers. Adrian, you can talk about that to the people who own the server, I guess. Not me. But may have a league sponsoring these type of events, I'm not sure. Okay, let's take a look at the Bean Machine Coffee 13. Driven by Wild Child. He's also a text happy bean, so let's just take a look at all these beans on Bean Machine 13. Okay, he just really wanted a car at 13. Well, car with 08 is driven by... Crap,
Me V. And yeah, I'm really glad that Team Genic renewed the contract with me, even from the Triumvirate event. They really liked my driving there, so they gave me another shot. And to finally enter into the Bruff Car competition is their first race, and they really want me to do well. With the livery, I had an actual big input in the livery, especially the number being my favorite, 08, and the same one as the Triumvirate one, so consistency is key, just like my driving style, I'd say. But yeah.
08's not a...
Hey, it's a number in my heart, okay? And yeah, I really hope I can honor my contract here and make the Team Genic happy. And remember, sometimes their what does he say? Sometimes their good side is the inside.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Disgusting. I feel violated. Hashtag me too.
Casually dropping the advertisement. Alright. Let's go over to the number 84 the number 84 car driven by ADHD TV. Okay, no one cares. Let's go over to the number 23.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeet. CN Ninja. I believe he's a text happy fellow, but yeah, it is. Oh, he's also got the overalls. And he's really happy. All right, let's go over to number 17. Chihuahua Hot Dogs, driven by... Hello?
Yeah, g'day, bud. We had an issue on the hill. It started misfiring, so I had to take it back to the auto repair shop. We got this Chihuahua's Hot Dog E-Cola car ready to go. Do you want to have a seat in it, bud? You want to have look at behind the wheel?
Can you say that again? You're kind of broke
Come
up
on,
on the microphone.
Come on, take a seat. Have a seat in the car. Show the folks at home what we're really doing behind the wheel.
All right. We'll take a look.
Now, just ignore the piss stain on the bottom of the seat. I have to get that all cleaned up.
Oh my god.
Nope, 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 nope.
Thanks, bud.
Great. Hope you have a good race, man. Hope you have a good race. Alright, let's go over to the number 69 Republican Space Rangers car. Driven by... Oh, he's in the car.
Outer
I don't know who's driving. I guess he's in the, I guess he's...
Okay, guys, reveal happening in 1 minute.
Alright, we've already seen enough of 3-piece 1 cheese in the whole Stratum, not Stratum car, but yeah, whatever. But
Yeah.
Epic,
It's
just tell us about this and the whole how the hell you got that past regulations.
Well, you see, I was up really long nights with team here, just trying to get it to pass regulations. We had a lot of trouble getting this to work out, but we persevered. We made it through. The car is here today, and I can't be any prouder.
Awesome. Number 43.
Me.
Double Doc, say something about this car.
It's a very bright. Well, I don't know. What does it look like to you? Blue or purple? I'm confused now.
Purple.
Thank you. I'm so happy you're the first person to say that. It's my purple beauty. I don't know. Kind of afraid of what's gonna happen in the race.
Drive
Nervous.
carefully, man. Drive
I'm
carefully.
gonna try.
Number
Yeah.
22 car has already got a bit of dinged up. Who drives number 22? Another Tex Happy Camper, alright.
I do think that's Hatman.
It's Hatman,
Yeah.
okay, whatever. Dental Dam 21. It's parked right next to him. Who is...
Dental Dan?
Digital Den, oh god.
Really? Not even once.
Good lord. Hi, that's me.
Alright, say something about your car, man.
It's definitely a car. People said they liked the livery from the Life Invader event, so I remade it into what you see now.
Nice,
Hopefully it performs
nice.
well.
Let's go over to number 20 car. Who drives number 20?
So that will be me.
Alright, cheese. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm quite excited. I'm not gonna be high up the order, but it's hopefully gonna be a good race.
Alright. Let's go over to number 39. Global car. Who drives number
that's me.
39?
Yep.
Shadow. We've already talked on the cruise, but anything you want to say before the race?
It's a good, clean look on the car. If it doesn't get crashed into by anybody.
Alright. We may have a cleanest car competition at the end of the race, but I'm gonna already make a prediction. No one's gonna be clean through this. But I think there's a reveal about to happen. So let's
Everyone
go over
gather
to
in the
the
middle,
ferocious
and the
garage.
reveal will come on in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
3,
2,
1. Boom!
Damn
Single
it.
seater, open wheeler.
Oh my
There you
god!
go, folks.
You baited! We got
Get baited. Get baited.
Can we ban everyone?
Open wheeler, guys.
Boo!
Glory.
Oh my god!
Oh,
My colours.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Benny?
Danny.
This is the car.
Benny, you're the first man to sit in the new single-seater. How do you feel?
Nope. This is mine.
I may have accidentally wet myself in this car.
Get him out of there.
Mary, look at
Get
this.
him out of it.
Get him out of there.
Flashy buttons and down the wheel.
Oh. The dead silence. With a solid.
I'm more interested in this
seconds of
truck right here.
silence.
Look at this.
I like the green one better.
Yeah.
Oh.
For the green one.
No, I'm just.
Yeah, this one's
That-
this
okay,
is
yeah,
definitely
they're
better.
both great.
Craftsman.
I'm gonna peel back the curtain a tiny bit.
I'm going to rejoin the server.
The Ferocious, which Benny was just in, was not planned until 2 weeks ago. The open wheeler we've been talking about for the last month.
Yeah.
It's a clean tractor.
It was the tractor.
It's always been that tractor.
Okay, guys, if you need to restart to re-enable your scoreboard, now is the time to do it. The race will begin, or qualifying will begin in about 5 minutes.
All right,
go
you
ahead
heard
and
it here
just
first.
right now.
Everybody will be back in 5 minutes. And qualifying session is a
The
go.
lane is now open. You have 15 minutes to set your best time.
15 minutes. The clock is timing down. Let's get some shots of everyone coming out.
Anyone who goes over the 10-lap limit will be given an automatic back of the grid penalty.
There we go. We see Epic in his stratum. Take a look at... I can't really check the fastest laps currently. We
will also be checking the scoreboard. So
the number of people who have done a lap has gone up to Emerald Shadow, Benny Boy, Wild Child, Ivan, Ninja, Danny 80, Romania V, Epic, Hatman, and everyone else has not set a lap currently. We still have a few cars dangling in the pits. ADHD coming out of the pits right now. Take a look down the back straight. All these guys spend a lot of time getting their laps together. We have a car entering the pits. Who is that coming into pits? That's Ivan coming in and heading out to
recovery
the pits.
vehicle.
But somebody coming into the pits right now is number 55. He is blanked out on my screen, but red laser beam getting his number 1 ready to go. Looking for that perfect gap down the back straight. So number 55's heading out as well. Guys, we got a good setup. Zondat, Dubadoc, and Benny. Ivan heading back into the pits once again. As he's doing a bit of pit stop practice.
Don't spam the chat.
Oh. I guess I can't use that then. I was trying to go onto the stance, but it is being blocked by the spectrum thing. Take a look at the front straight on everyone coming across the line. Thank you, Baron. I don't think that's my siren. But thank you, Baron, for the information. ADHD coming across the line once again. Everyone's coming across the lap. The person with the most laps currently is Emerald, Emerald, Shadow, and Wild Child, and Ninja with 7 laps. They should be heading in. Yeah, the other pace cars do have them. We can't hear them. But they aren't loud or obnoxious. They just stay at this level all the way through. I don't actually think it's any of the pace cars. Let's take a look on the inside. Of turn 1. Romanian V taking a good line. Ninja looks like he's on his in-lap. Freeman around the outside going wide, trying to get a better line out of that.
Emerald, final lap. Shadow, final lap. Wild Child, final lap.
The ADHD coming out there. Some cars already
Epic, final lap.
having their final lap. Epic in the Stratum.
Hatman, final lap.
More cars heading
Ivan,
onto
final
their
lap.
final laps. As we hear Blade Child over the official
Romanian,
radio
final lap.
calling
Redman,
out.
final lap.
Still have a few cars who haven't even come out.
Damiani, final lap.
That is Doc, Zondak.
Coaster, final
Yeah,
lap.
it's just Doc and Zondat still haven't come out of the pits. Some
PC
people
Principal,
only
final lap.
have only come out just a few times and just sat there. Benny and Laser. So they may still have a few setup changes. Benny and B and Danny have run 11. So that may be something to look at post. But most of the cars are running in the pits, so let's take a look at the pit lane. Yeah. NPC spawned down
ADHD,
below.
final lap.
So I don't believe there is a anything with the sirens, because when I turn them on, I don't hear it, and I think it's the NPCs.
Just to confirm, when you said final lap, you mean that's the last lap, or you have done
Yes.
your final lap?
That is your last lap.
Okay, I'm just commenting, considering I'm on 11 laps in the scoreboard, so
Yeah,
I'm not okay.
you're supposed to come in on your 11th total lap.
Okay.
So yeah, because your first lap did not count.
So did we all come in a lap early?
Yep.
I don't think you'll if you head out right now.
Xeno, final lap.
If you head out right now, it would change to your final lap, and once you finish that, you'll be on lap 12. So if you start your final lap right now, it would not count. So
Ninja, final lap.
may have a issue coming up with Zondat very soon if he continues. I believe I just saw him. Oh, no, he just started. So most of the cars have come out of qualifying on their 10th, 11th lap, all 14 cars. So we got a shootout of 4 cars until the very end of qualifying. 7 minutes left till the actual race starts.
Laser beam, final lap.
I probably need to have the PD color. I'm not going. But we are coming to the end. 3 cars left. Double Dog, Zondak, and Jam. I don't know why my controller is just randomly hitting the radio. Any boy coming around the south turn onto the straight. It's a good exit. Rides high on the wall. Going to cut it down again. Hugging that inside line. Times around here, roughly around the 23 second mark. 23.7, 23.8, 23.9 are the high lap times. You should see most of the guys in the middle pack hit 24s, low 24s, and we do have to finish the race, so everyone should be on lap 10. I'll just DNF.
Benny boy, final lap.
Yeah, we do
Everyone
have
will
5
qualify.
laps.
This is just to determine grid position.
So 5 laps, and everyone determining grid position is right here. So got 2 cars left. Zondat and Double Doc. Taking out their final laps, getting their everything going. Here's Zondat serving.
Double Doc, final lap.
Go down and see Zondat's final lap as he comes across the line as a final qualifier. Here comes Zondat across the line.
Zondat, final lap.
His final lap. Is he going to come in on the 10th? Nope. He is going on for another one. This is the final qualifying lap done by Zondat. And we'll have 4 minutes left to calculate the results, and
All right,
that
we're
is
bringing in Zondat.
it.
Okay, that concludes qualifying. The race will end in 3.5 minutes, and then we'll be able to get the lap times. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves.
Can I in the pace car
That means you can
do
unmute
few
your mic now,
laps?
guys.
Yay! I'm glad we're all idiots and hit the lap early.
Anyone
Yeah.
blue?
I mean, I had traffic, so I had to pull,
So let's talk
off anyway.
Let's just
The
hear
Kirk
from the
Universe,
drivers.
what this?
Yeah. So for those of you that didn't understand, the first lap doesn't count as
No.
qualifying.
The lap counter counts the lap that you're currently on. So
Yeah, it says 11.
people are currently on their 11th lap. They have done 10 laps.
I got scared there for a second. I was like,
Yeah. Well, at least you all know how the lap counter works now, guys.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's talk to a few of the guys in qualifying. For one of the first guys to do all 11 laps, Danny. How did that qualifying session feel for you?
Honestly, it went okay.
Yes, mission system, you will start from
It's
the
a
back.
bit difficult to get a feel for the car immediately, especially something like this where you just really have to adjust and get a feel for the car. And yeah, trying to get that in only 10 laps is a bit difficult, but I'm happy.
I still don't really understand, where this car where this car is its best at. Not only like for hot lapping, but also for like passing and trying to move around people. So I was just moving all around the racetrack. I was just observing where you guys were at. Whether you guys were running the inside line, the middle lane, or the high lane. I think a lot of people there like the middle lane. I think a bunch of people went down to the inside. I saw Zondat take a couple laps on the inside. So.
All right. Speaking of Zondat, how was your qualifying laps? You went later than everybody else did, so can you give us a little insight on why you chose to do that?
Is he chatty boy?
I think it's me.
Yeah, he's a chat.
He's
All
going-
right, let's go to
going
someone who's
texty.
not a chat boy. Benny boy, how are you feeling about your qualifying session?
Oh.
Yeah, good, bud. We had to take the car out for a lap or two just to set up the
God.
get the car set up just right, and then we pulled back in the pits and waited for the whole field to start spanning out. You notice how early the older cars went? They all did their 10 laps, and then the whole track was all cleared. So I used the rest of my 8 laps, got the neon set up right, and we'll get plugged in the lap time. Woo!
Thank you for that wonderful insight. Let's go over to somebody else who has to deal with you in the garage. Double Doc, how you feeling?
Pretty good. Just trying to improve my time, but still slower than most of the pack. But I think I might be able to work around pits and all that, and hope I can strategize well and do good in the race.
All right. Let's go over to Red Laser. How you feeling about your qualifying? We heard you over the group radio a little bit, but Can you give us a little insight? He is busy. Let's go to Zeno.
Oh wait, sorry about that.
He's back.
I exist.
So how was your qualifying session?
Oh yeah, it was pretty interesting here. I gotta push the button here to do the push to talk there. I forgot to push the button. Just trying to tell you what, I'm really happy with my lap time. I thought I was gonna be hitting around 24.2, 24.3, hit something a little bit better. I don't know what I did. I wasn't looking at the lap counter the whole time, but I don't know what the fast lane is around here. Really happy with the effort though. Again, big thanks to Redwood for sponsoring the car.
All right. Well, that's time has run out. I am pushing. I have actually crashed it. But time has run out, and I believe qualifying is over. We will see you in the race.
Do we finish?
I believe so.
Should be
Yeah,
all finish.
Cross the line in an orderly fashion. Don't try to crash into each other. Just cross the line.
Such an orderly fashion.
All right, everyone is coming around the track right now
Okay,
in
bud,
a
if you
quote,
wanna...
orderly
Alright, fine, never
fashion.
mind.
But that is coming to the end
Nice.
of one
Picked it up.
qualifying session that no one will forget. See, Nox is leading the group across the line and ready to finish. Let's take a look at the best laps.
And thanks for showing up with the buff car. I guess we'll see you in the next event.
So getting pole with,
Oh, sorry, Ivan.
so I believe getting
Kinda lagged
pole
for me
with
there.
a 24.02
garage.
is Emerald. Congratulations, Emerald, on pole
Ninja,
position.
you there?
He is now.
Emerald, you got so close to a sub 24.
I know, right?
Oh.
Is that pole position?
I believe
Can I
that
go
is
below
pole
24?
position.
Holy shit.
Let's go through
I kept running deep
lap
when I was trying to
times.
take the bottom line.
Danny Annie, 24.153. Romanian
You
V,
got the numbers, Jim? Because I
24.367.
got a screenshot of it.
Yep.
You need it? Okay.
I've got it. We can go ahead and close the race and start with the next one.
Alright, we're
I think I set that on my first flying lap.
Mine, Jim.
Yes, I fixed it, yes.
Okay, thank you.
If there is any discrepancies, let me know when we grid up.
Alright,
Okay,
as
so
we're
on the front
lining
row,
up
on the
for
inside
everyone.
is Emerald.
Well, Emerald gets to pick his spot.
Yeah, doesn't he?
Yeah, he
I'm
gets to
taking
pick
inside,
whether he
alright.
starts picking.
Inside or outside?
Everybody move back a little
Inside.
so we can have room to grid up.
Second is Laser. Third is Zonda.
Move behind the gray safety car. You haven't been called up yet.
And Shadow is in fourth.
Here, we got that stupid NPC good.
Please space out so I can drive down the middle, Zonda. And fifth is Danny. Sixth is Hatman. And seventh we have ADHD, and eighth we have Zeno. Next up we have Wild Child and Ivan. Wild Child is in 9th, Ivan is in 10th.
No, I'm not. Anyways.
I'm just recording from my
We have
stream.
Romanian in 11th and Benny in 12th. And we have Dua in 13th and Fred in 14th. We have Epic in 15th and Ninja in 16th.
Such a stupid joke.
And 17th is Coaster and PC Principal in 19th.
Mission systems.
In 18th. In 18th, sorry. And then mission system, you are at the back. You may pick your side accordingly.
Yeah.
Alright, let's look at our grid. All these guys are all lined up and ready to go.
Excellent.
Phasianoxis, go to the middle, please.
Yes, no weaving on the safety car start.
Yeah, no weaving at all. You will just cause crashes, which will make
Okay, we're going to
a lot
do
longer.
harmonic starts. When the race lights go green, do not start. Wait until the car in front of you has pulled off and then pull off.
Yeah.
Is it okay if I do an interview with Emerald during the formation lap?
There will be 2 laps of pace car before the race actually begins at the start line of the second lap.
Also, don't see why not.
Alright, as we are
Easy.
getting... Alrighty. And here we are in the formation lap
That's the
for
time,
the
go for
Great
it.
Ocean 150. Let's head over to...
Got about a
Let's
minute.
head over to Emerald, sitting in pole position. Emerald, facing from the commentary box. Do you read me?
I read you.
How do you feel about this race? You're starting on pole. What do you think you can do?
I didn't expect it, but I think I have a good shot. Laser might have a little bit better race pace than me, but I'm going to see what I can do starting from the inside. Just hope for the best.
All right. Let's talk to Razor, starting on the outside. Do you read me?
Copy.
All right. What you think about your race? You're starting second on the outside. Do you think you get the grip and head around him?
Yeah, I think I got a really good race pace. I'm just really happy with how consistent I've been throughout practice, and just really excited to get out there and get these 100 laps down there. I got to get back to my controller here. I got my hand on my mouse button here and my finger on my W key. So good luck to me in
Safety
the
car in this lap. Please maintain a pace of 60 miles an hour to
All
the
right. Well,
front of the pack.
I wish best of luck to all of you guys. Don't crash, and yeah.
How long do we have to maintain 60 for?
Until the front of the pack controls the pace, which is now.
All right, boys, here we are, and book it up, let's go racing, boys!
And we are racing.
Great start from everybody. It looks like Emerald has pulled away from Red Laser Beam right there. A little bit of bunching up in the pack in the back, but one full lap without any incidents. They're side by side coming around the front straight. It is Emerald still out in front, followed by Zondat making up a few moves after one lap. Zondat has pulled up against Red Laser Beam. Shadow sitting in 4th place. Going to the back. There's nothing really going on. I'm going to move to the middle right here. But as they're coming down the straight, it is still Emerald, Zondat, Red Laser Beam, and Shadow up in 4th. All the cars having a little battle. We see Epic and the Stratum making a move down the inside. But everyone keeping it clean right now. It looks like they're headed back into the south. They're going too wide. There's a big move for the lead. And Zondat making a move down the inside. Jesus, I forgot. There we go. Oh! That's new. Sitting in the stands right now. Looking at here we are at the front straight still. It is Emerald leading Zondat. Red Laser Beam going around the outside. Zeno and Ivan. There's a collision between those two. Zeno pushing down the inside of Ivan, going down towards the pit lane. Something to look at, but no crashes there happening yet. They're coming down the front straight once again. Emerald still leading Zondat. Zondat going down for that inside line, but Red Laser Beam going around the outside, and Shadow's effort also going a little bit wide. Look down the inside. Behind Shadow was Hatman, maybe looking for a different move. Everyone keeping it nice and clean. Benny Boy and Mission System falling a bit back. But thank you, Insomniac, for land. They're going 3 wide. A lot of cars down the inside. It's Zondat falling down 3 places. Shadow and Zondat may have gone together on the straight as Zondat has fallen down to 3rd place. He is side by side with 2nd, but a lot of jostling around for position on the back turn. Coming down the front, your new leader is still Emerald, but Red Laser Beam pulling out a little stop as that lead group is still charging forward. Let's take a look down the back straight on him. All right, here we are at the south turn. Emerald still leading everybody out, pulling out just a little gap, but they are keeping it nice and controlled. He is pulling out a consistent gap right there. Oh boy, they're making some good moves. It looks like there may be a move back in that lead pack. It is a battle for 4th place. It's Zondat and Shadow. They're both heading out for it. Shadow cuts off Zondat and holds him off for 3rd. Hatman and Danny Annie making a bit of contact on the outside turn. So we have a car going into the pits. That is Ivan and Double Doc both into the pits. Double Doc heading into the pits right now, and I believe that is Epic right there heading into the pits. So they're just going to do their first out of 3 pit stops. Coming in right now. Mission System also heading into the pits. So the leaders are coming down to lap some people right now. So blue flags are in effect for few of the mission. ADHD coming into the pits. As Ivan and CS Ninja are having a little bit of scrap down the back straight. See Coaster back there. This is where all the cars should be a bit spread out. Let's take a look at that lead pack. We have one of the lead cars. I believe that is Shadow's effort. Shadow heading into his first pit stop right there. Few laps into the race. I believe this is lap 13. He is heading into the pits. It is still Emerald out in front. So great race by Emerald, holding first place at all. He's being really consistent around this track. Good look on the back straight. Emerald, Red Laser Beam going side by side with Zondat, and Zondat looks like he's going to take a Danny Annie also looking down the inside, and he looks like he is going to get that overtake. Hatman and Danny Annie are still battling it right now. We're going to sit up high, watching the action down below. Battle for the lead. Red Laser takes him. Takes Emerald for the new lead position. Emerald looking down the inside to get Red Laser. And there's the crash! Emerald has hit the inside wall and he's in the wall. Bad crash for Emerald. We got 2 more cars spinning around. Emerald diving into the pits, looking to repair his car as another car has come into the pits. It's Wild Child. Another car that spun, but disastrous for Emerald. No safety car was called out, so it is something to look forward to look into as Red Laser Beam is leading the pack with Zondat right behind. There is just these 2 leading. Everyone else is just a few seconds. Let's watch these 2 go. We have Danny Annie and Hatman falling right behind. Benny Boy coming down the front straight. Xenoclides, a few of the laps cars coming in. ADHD and Benny Boy all already coming into their second pit stops. Very, very unique to see Epic going into his second pit stop. Red Laser Beam also coming into his first pit stop. Going down the top corner, which is one of the most, they say, is the more difficult of the 2 corners. We see Zondat inherit the lead. Let's see if he can pull away a gap from Danny Annie and Hatman in 3rd. Everyone's keeping a very professional stance on this right now. Zondat leading out with ADHD in the gap. He's on his 3rd pit stop. Well, yeah, ADHD is all pit stopped out. We got a massive pack fight with Epic. There are no issues heading out for anyone. Friedman leading out. I believe that's Emerald. Emerald caught up in an incident. There may be something in there. I just heard a bit of car contact. I'm not sure with what. Let's go down the back straight. Zondat still leading out. Annie. Hatman looks to gone into the pits. We have 2 more cars into the pits. It's Benny Boy coming into the pits. And Epic coming into his final pit stop as well as Benny Boy. They are going to be racing to the end right now. Friedman and Wildchild coming down the back straight with Emerald. Let's take a look down this battle between these 3. Down the front straight. Let's go to the leaders. CS Ninja still ahead as there's Zondat and Annie. Still leading this race. That lapped car goes up high and almost into the wall, but no incidents made yet as Zondat and Annie are still running away with it. Zondat and Annie 5 seconds ahead of 3rd place of Shadows and for M3. We got another guy who, Double Doc, has come out of his final pit stop. Let's take a little cinematic look at all the cars coming across the front straight and around the Great Ocean Speedway for the Project Homecoming Great Ocean 150. PC Principal also making their final pit stop of the day. No incidents so far. Will this be a clean race as we got a side-by-side right there on the back straight? Let's see if we can catch their names very soon. Azonda and Annie are still going. It's Epic and Romanian V making a move on the inside. Epic and the Strata makes a move, but will Romanian V counter back? It looks like he does. Epic went for the move down the inside, but Romanian V has held him off. Great move by Romanian V to keep that position on the hairpins. We have Emerald coming very fast and try to pull his way back on Wildchild. We see Zondat and Annie, the 2 leaders, as Zondat has actually gone into the wall. Zondat and Annie. ADHD's holding up Annie a little bit. May have to let him pass. That lapped car causing a bit of frustration for Annie. Because Zonda is still, as Annie has finally gone past ADHD TV. As CS Ninja has had a fatal car issue and he has to retire from the race. Oh, that is a tough race for CS Ninja. Car issues in a race that you don't want any car issues with. Cheer. But he did put out his heart as we have our first retirement from CS Ninja. 26 laps in, DNF'd. Moo indeed. Zonda is still pulling away from Annie, who is roughly 2.2 seconds behind with Shadow Zephyr in 3rd by 5 seconds. Zonda leading away, hugging that wall as ADHD and Annie and Shadow are all chasing him down on the back straight. We have a car coming into the pits. Who's coming into the pits? It's Coaster. Coaster sitting in 15th, coming in for his 2nd pit stop. He is looking to make a good 2nd to last sit as Zondat is coming across him as a little big giant pack is forming once again. Zondat coming around the outside of Coaster, who is just coming out of the pits. No big incidents yet except for Emerald's collision with the inside wall. I don't believe any of the leaders have come in yet for a pit. So we have a little bit wall bumping in this little pack. It's Danny and Doc. Oh, it's Benny Boy going around the outside. Romanian V also going around the outside, as well as Emerald hits the wall. As I believe Wild Child, yes, that is Wild Child, has dived into his second pit stop. Zondat still leading Danny and now in second. Looks like Shadow still in third, followed by Ivan. Let's go down the outside. Bunch of cars forming, holding back Danny Zondat leading past them. Blue flags are being waved as Danny goes around the 3-wide turn. Down the back straight. Will he get past him? He's racing with lapped cars as Emerald takes his second pit stop. Zondat, there's a car in the wall. He's lapping him as Danny's gone into the wall. Still holding that pack of lapped cars as they're all going racing behind Danny as he's trying to chase down Zondat in first. Zondat pulling away as all these cars are just running back. Let's take a look at the leaderboards. 35 laps in. Zondat leading 2.9 seconds ahead of Danny, who is about 2 seconds ahead of Shadow, who is 3 seconds ahead of Ivan, who is 5 seconds ahead of Red Laser. Everyone's a bit spread out, but they are still battling their hearts out as Zondat is still leading this giant group of cars. We have a car in the pits. That's Shadow. He was in third place. So he comes into his second pit stop. One more to go. Let's go find Zondat. There he is, coming around the top turn. When will Zondat come into the pits? That is the major question. He's all out on his own as we have a car diving into the pits. That's Danny going in for his first pit. Second place right there. Will Ivan come into third right there? Will he get out ahead of Shadow? He will get out ahead of Shadow. Great move right there as we regain with Ivan coming into the wall down the front straight. It's Red Laser Beam still chasing down Shadow in fourth. Our leaders are spotted with the orange above their name. Those are top 5. They also have the stars that indicates their position. Zondat coming up against the lapped cars. He has to get his way through there. As actually Zondat has come into the pits. The leader has come into the pits. Will there be an overtake for the lead? No, as Zondat is coming out of the pits, there is second place of Danny. Will there be an overtake? He is coming slow out of the pits, but no, Zondat is still leading this race. Danny came into the pits and is still second. Shadow and Red Laser are trying to chase down second place, and Zondat, Shadow going down the inside of Freeman, just unlapping himself as Red goes extremely outside as Ivan is trying to chase down his lead pack buddies. Epic and Hatman having a little battle in the back. Epic going really wide. Hatman going down the inside. Mission Saving also going around the outside, but they're side by side going down the back straight of Epic and Hatman. Epic and Hatman having a little bit of bump drafting, but Epic is holding it out, but he goes wide again, and it looks like he holds it out from the wall. And Hatman gets the overtake on Epic. Zondat still leading, followed by Danny and second with Shadow gaining ground with Red Laser up behind. Zondat really moving away far from these guys. Still ahead, leading from most of the race after Emerald's incident, but Emerald, after that pole crash, he's sitting in 10th place at 41 laps, a lap down, but remember, not everyone's come into their pits yet. It is still anyone's game. As the lights start to go down, the track should start to be lit up as we have a nighttime pit stop by Red Laser Beam, who is in 4th right now, just gets overtaken for 5th by Ivan as he comes in for his final pit stop. I believe that is the only guy in the top 5 to get a pit stop. We have another guy coming in right now. That is Zeno coming in for his second pit stop. As Emerald and Wildchild are battling down side by side in the back straight as the sunset looks very beautiful up here. As Shadow gets his third pit stop down. Zondat once again leading everyone away. Had a commanding race. Second place is Danny Annie, just 3 seconds, almost 4 seconds behind, but he is making up a little bit of ground. Zondat coming up on a three wide group of laps cars of Emerald, Hatman, and Wildchild. Wildchild going down the inside, but blue flags. Zondat is pushing really hard, but actually Zondat is diving down into the pits for his second pit stop right behind Wildchild as he makes a overtake. Wildchild has gone to the 43rd pit stop of this race, and Zondat has gone to his second pit stop of this race as Coaster comes into his final pit stop of the race. So we're going to regroup with the leaders once again. I believe Danny Annie has overtaken the lead on lap 47. Great for Danny Annie. I believe he is on 2 pit stops as well. But we have Zondat in third. Another car going to pit stop. That's Ivan in third as Shadow has overtaken him for third place. Right now, Ivan in for his final pit stop. Once again, as we follow Danny Annie, the leader of the Great Ocean 150 hosted on Project Homecoming. We're following all these cars live on the back straight. Red Laser trying to chase down that group of back markers, trying to get a draft and catch up to his buddies in the lead. We have a car going really high. I believe he is being lapped by Danny Annie as we have a little pack of 3. Let's get down low to the ground on the front straight. We have Coaster and Epic once again having a little battle. Epic going down the inside, and it looks like it's going to be Epic overtaking Coaster on the inside. Can he hold it off? Yes, he does. Epic in the Stratum holding off. As Danny and Annie still leading around. We got Zondak chasing him down. Go up high again. 50 laps in. Danny and Annie comes across the line. 50 laps into this race already. 2 seconds ahead, but it is Zondat coming in second, closing down on Danny Annie. May I ask how many laps are in this race?
102.
Grazie. All right.
Yeah, technically 102.
Yeah, we have 102 laps as we just hit halfway mark. Danny Annie leads halfway as we are 50 laps to go here in the Great Ocean 150. We have a few cars hitting the wall, getting a little bit loose. Tire marks showing up on the first turn, getting really rubbered in as Zondat is still chasing down Danny Annie. Danny Annie leading out Zondat, a little bit of debris flying down. We have a car going down low. It's Wildchild. He must have a problem as Shadow is moving up the field, going down the inside of turn 2. And he does get it. Almost causes a collision on the lap car. Mission saving. They make contact actually down the front straight. But everyone keeps it clean. Once again, 50 laps halfway through the race, and we have not had a collision yet. We're here in the first corner. ADHD goes into the wall. He recovers it and doesn't go around in front of Danny Annie. Zondat still chasing down Danny Annie. He's side by side with a lapped car in front of him. We're sitting here on the front straight. Danny Annie still leading away everyone else. Zondat and Zeno are still battling. Even though Zeno's lapped, Zondat still has to pass him. Shadow Zephyr also in third. Red Laser in fourth. With Ivan in fifth. Let's take a look at the leaderboards. It's Danny, Annie, Zondat, Shadow Zephyr, Red Laser, Ivan, Emerald, Hatman, Romanian V, ADHD TV, Xenoclides, Fredman76, The Wild Child, Dubadoc, I Am Benny Boy, Epic, Coaster, Mission Systems, and PC Principal coming up at the rear. CS Ninja has had a car failure at the start, and he had to retire. Go down the back straight. See Red Laser chasing down, trying to catch up to the boys, as well as Ivan. There's Epic sitting in no man's land, but it is still... We have a car coming into pits. That is a lapped car of Emerald. He is now doing a sprint to the finish. Danny and Annie still leading away ahead of Zondat in turn 2. Danny still charging away. Zondat and Shadow close behind is actually Danny, and Annie has dived down for his second pit stop as Zondat takes the lead on lap 59. We have a few cars coming across, but our new leader is Zondat with Shadow Zephyr. And we got a little fight in the top 3, but it is Shadow Zephyr in second place, and Danny, Annie, and Red Laserbeam may start having a battle. And back of the pack for third place. Danny, Annie falling back in that blue flags. That may have not been the best pit stop for him. They may have had messed up as Red Laserbeam comes down the inside on Danny, Annie on the outside of Wild Child. They're 3 wide down the front straight. Danny and Annie cuts across the front ahead of Red Laser, but Red Laser still on the inside. They're still 3 wide. And Danny and Annie still holds. We have a safety car.
Please maintain 100 miles an hour. Slow down, no overtaking.
We have a safety car. What has happened to cause this safety car?
Pit lane is now closed.
Pit lane is closed. What has happened in the safety car? We had a car going slow down the straight. I believe that is what caused the safety car, but all the cars are now slowing down. We see the pace cars being deployed.
Please bunch up behind the safety car on a maximum of 60 miles an hour whilst following the pack.
Picking up Zondat, the leader. This is great news for Emerald and anyone else who has had 3 pit stops right now. And a shout out to everyone making this event possible. Our safety crew of Jam, Blade Child, and Noxus in your safety crew, your safety car crew, making sure everyone races very fairly. Jam your head, safety car, holding, bunching everyone up together. They're coming down the front straight. Zondat still in first. But it's Zondat, Shadow Zephyr, Danny, Red Laserbeam, Ivan, Hatman, Romania V, ADHD TV, Xenoclides, Freedman76, Emerald, Wild Child, Dubadoc, Epic, I Am Benny Boy, Coaster, Mission Statement, PC Principal, and CS Ninja are your running order.
Safety car coming in this lap.
Alright, safety car is coming in this lap. If you do not like flashing lights,
follow the lead car.
We are gonna go back to green.
Racing only at the start finish line.
Alright, the car leaders coming back in. Let's go back to green and get at 'em, boys! As Zondat jumps away for the lead, but Shadow also really close behind as pack racing resumes here at the Great Ocean Speedway. As we have a dive down late into the pits by Danny for his 3rd pit stop. He's going to be dashing down his final lap with 65 laps down. Zondat and Shadow Zephyr.
Jim Benny overtook before start finish.
We have a bit of confusion and a bit of penalties maybe discussing. We have another pack forming. Was there an incident as Danny Annie leading a giant pack of cars? How did that giant lead happen? But we got Zondat still in the lead, pulling out a massive gap from Shadow Zephyr as a bunch of lapped cars and Ivan, a red laser beam, close behind. Coming down the back straight, Zondat is still chasing out Shadow Zephyr Red Sea. They're 3 wide down the back straight. They're almost 4 wide on the back curve as Ivan and is collecting Freeman. There's contact in the wall. They are 4 wide on the front straight. This is insane racing right here, boys. You don't get this on any circuit track, I tell you right now. But Ivan around the outside. Red Laser Beam trying to close in on the inside. They're going to have a fight into turn 2. Let's go into our sky cam, see if they catch this action. Let's look at that. Who is on the far inside? It's Freeman letting out Ivan. Ivan moving away from Red Laser Beam as a lot of jostling is happening right down there. 69 laps in. Bow chicka bow wow. As Zonda is still leading this race. Please catch up on Zondat with Shadow close behind, chasing him down, almost an entire second behind. I do not know who. I believe these two have all 3 pits, have 1 more pit stop left, so it's a battle of the wits between these two. They have to pull out a 6-second gap to the cars behind that have moved that have all 3 pit stops, which I believe is Red Laser Beam, the first being the first 3 pit stopper that has done all of them, who is in the lead. He is the top 3 pit stop person. So these two have to pull out a 6-second gap to him, and they do not have, they have a 4-second gap to him. So if they pit now, they will have to race Red Laser Beam for first place coming out of the pits. Sitting on the back straight. Zondat and Shadow still racing for the lead in this clear and open track, trying to create a gap to 3rd place. Magic number is 60 for both, 6 for both of them. As Zeno has come in for his 3rd pit stop. Let's take a look on that. Will that spark any interest in any of the crew chiefs? No, Zondat and Shadow will still be charging away. So we have a move down the inside and another move down the inside of top turn. I don't know if y'all see that. That is between Danny and Ivan. Going down the back straight. Danny makes a move on Ivan. Ivan dived down late on Danny, but Danny fights back and gets the overtake and holds off Ivan. Going down to the first corner. Let's follow this fight again. Ivan bumps out Danny, but Danny holds him out. Ivan not close enough to get the fight going. Let's take a look on the back straight. Will there be any moves from the 2 leaders as we're going to pick them up right here? No moves yet. Zonda and Shadow still leading away. Shadow getting really close on the 2nd turn. Will there be a move going to turn 1? I'm not sure. But he is getting really close. Who is thinking about pitting? Maybe Zondat's thinking about pitting, but no. They're still gonna fight. They're getting front. They're getting bumper to bumper here on the Great Ocean Speedway on lap 76 of 102. Zondat and Shadow. This may be the overtake for the leads. Zondat and Shadow. Zondat on the inside, Shadow on the outside. Coming out of turn 1, and it looks like Shadow has gotten... No, Zonda is defending the lead once again, but Shadow is coming extremely close. Zonda diving down the inside, Shadow around the outside. Mission Statement is the lapped car. There may be some incidents with this lapped car, but there are a second. They're side by side again. Red Shadow is around the outside. No, he gets held up by mission statement as Zondat is diving down for his final pit stop as Shadow gets the overtake and he's now in the lead. Red Laser Beam coming around. He is picking up second place from Zondat. It's all in Shadow's hands now. He has to make a third pit stop very soon. 79 laps into this race. He got 22 laps to go. Ahead of Zondat and Red Laser Beam picking up second. Coming down the backhand straight. Red Laser still trying to chase down Shadow, who has got all the track ahead of him. Going to pick up Red Laser. Where is Zondat? There he is. And that massive pack of cars of Danny Annie and Ivan still battling together. But all eyes are on Shadow on the back straight. He's coming around the front. All eyes are on him when he is going to make his pit stop. The race will turn alive.
Thank you.
We come lap 81. 4 seconds ahead of Red Laser. That magic number is 60 for Shadow. 6 once again for Shadow as Red Laser trying not to get caught up by any lapped cars. As Zonnet also, we have another safety car deployed. What has caused this safety car to be deployed? I believe there is an incident on the front straight. But all the cars have to. Shadow must not be happy. He has to still make one more pit stop.
Gotta give the spot back, buddy. You gotta give the spot back.
We have radio
Please don't
transmission
overtake
from
under the
Red
safety
Laser
car.
Beam.
Please hand the position back, or you will be given a 10-second time penalty.
We have transmission from Red Laser Beam. Honestly, not happy about something being overtaken by Zondat going
60 miles an hour speed limit when you reach the pack.
Going into the safety cars. We are
Gotta
coming
get the
up with
spot
all
back,
the
buddy.
leaders. Oh, he's talking to mission statement. There's a lapped car. As all the lead cars are coming into view on this safety car. With just under 20 laps to go. Shadow has to still make one pit stop. This is disastrous for his race. He's looking for a miracle start on this restart. In this second safety car period in this 102 lap race. See Noxus sitting down there. Once again, shout out to our wonderful safety car crew of Jam, Noxus, and Blade Child supporting us today. All pits are complete. Thank you, Noxus. I thought
Safety car coming in this lap.
we have a little bit of thing, but we're going back to racing. As it's a 20 lap shootout for the finish. My resources were stopped as all the leaders have completed 3 pit stops and we are back to go racing! Shadow leading away on Red Laser Beam with Zona in third. They're coming down the back straight once again. Shadow and Red Laser Beam. This is the battle for the lead. Zona trying to come back. Danny and Ivan up back behind, but they're still trying to chase down. As Shadow and Red Laser Beam almost bumper to bumper once again, coming across turn 1 as they complete another lap in this 20 lap shootout. Top 3 cars are the front 3 cars. Can they build a gap to everyone else? Shadow going down the inside, Red Laser getting a bit loose, going around upside, trying to find better grip. But Shadow is still leading out this front 3. Shadow going around the inside, Red favoring that outside line, thinking there's much more grip, but Zondat is catching up after starting a bit behind. I believe Zondat did have a better start, but there's Emerald. He is down in 9th. As the battle for the lead still going, Shadow and Red Laser Beam coming really close into turn 1 down the back straight. Red looking like he has a run. He's going down the inside. into turn 1. It's still Shadow and Red, but Zondat is coming up close. Shadow and Zondat, god damn it. Shadow and Red still battling for the lead. Shadow going down the inside, also favoring that upside, giving a little tactical block to Red Laser Beam as he attempts for a overtake on the lead. Red Laser Beam going down the inside once more, making a move for that bottom straight. It looks like it's Red Laser Beam on the inside of Shadow coming out of the final turn. It is going to be Red Laser Beam for the lead, but Shadow's going to have to...
Lead car is now on lap 90, blue flags in effect. Lead car now on lap 90, blue flags in effect. Please keep attention to your minimap. If there is a blue car approaching behind you, do not hinder them.
Red Laser Beam and Shadow Zephyr are still battling for the lead, but Zondat says, hello boys, I'm going to join in, but Shadow goes down the inside. They're going to go side by side down the front straight as they enter lap 91 of 102. Shadow Zephyr diving down the inside. This is looking for another overtake on the lead, but it's still Red Laser Beam and Shadow and Zondat leading the pack and the podiums as they're coming into the very back turn. 91, 10 laps to go in the Great Ocean 150, presented by Project Homecoming's 5M server. Shout out to those guys on Project Homecoming for putting this together. This is one great race. Coming down the final turns, Red Laser Beam going up wide. Shadow may look for a move, but no, he doesn't make a move right there. Cross the line, 9 laps to go. Shadow moving up down the inside. Red favoring that outside line, but it looks like it's going to be Red still holding out that outside line. Yes, he does. Over on the start finish straight. Coming around the backhand turn. Red pulling out a little gap to Shadow. If 8 laps to go with these guys. Coming into the top turn. Shadow diving down the inside on Red. Red getting a little bit loose. But no, he still holds off Shadow. Zondat just sitting there watching the show, probably eating a bag of popcorn. Because this is one great race we are being treated to as they're coming down the front straight with 7 laps to go. Will Shadow or Zondat make a move on Red, or will Red start moving away? Red once again goes up high on Shadow. Zondat getting up really close to Shadow right there. They're coming down the back straight up on a few back markers. Once they're on the back straight, whoa, that's the back marker going across, but that's Shadow making a move on Red. He was down on the inside, but Red also favors that up high line. Red around the outside once again, and Shadow goes around the inside. 6 laps to go, by the way. They're all front bumper to bumper. As Shadow dives down the inside of Red Laser Beam, they're going to end up side by side on the front straight with 5 laps to go. But it looks like Red Laser Beam is still going to be leading this pack out wide. Red Laser Beam, oh, that back marker is in the wall. As Zondat's making a move for 3rd place, but no, Red Laser Beam is pulling out a gap on everyone. Zondat making a move on Shadow, but Red Laser Beam holding out on top with 4 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. 4 laps to go in this 102-lap race. Shadow Zephyr diving down the inside. This may be the overtake for the lead. Shadow and Red, they're all side by side. I'm going a bit hoarse right now as they're bump drafting down the back straight. Shadow Zephyr diving down the inside. It's going to be Shadow Zephyr for the lead with 3 laps to go. They're side by side right there as they're heading into the final 3 laps. Lap 99 out of 100, boys. Zondat closing in on these two. Shadow Zephyr and Red Laser Beam coming in. Still battling out for the lead on the back straight, going down. Shadow Zephyr diving down the inside. I believe he's ahead, but no, Red Laser Beam is fighting back, but no, Shadow Zephyr has overtaken with 2 laps to go. 99 out of 100, boys. Let's get them on, get them on, get them on. They're side by side, almost 3 wide. Shadow Zephyr gets held out, and Red Laser Beam gets the overtake, and so does Zondat. They're 3 bumpers wide. 3 bumpers long, coming down the back straight. Shadow coming down the inside of Zondat. Red Laser Beam retakes the lead with 1 lap to go. White flag, nope, 2 laps. Not white flags yet, but with 2 laps to go, Red Laser Beam leading this one out. Red Laser Beam pulling away from Shadow and Zondat. Red Laser Beam, where is he? He's coming around the finally. He's pulled out a gap. It's Red Laser Beam all the... Oh, that's Coaster. Red Laser Beam and coming in on Razzle. And it's gonna be Red Laser Beam taking the win here on the Great Ocean 150. It's Red Laser Beam, Shadow Zephyr MC, Zondat, Ivan, Hatman, Danny Annie, ADHD TV, Romanian V, Emerald,
GG.
Wild Child, Double Dog, Xenoclides, Freedman 76, I am Benny Boy, Epic Coaster, Mission System,
GG,
Easy
guys.
Principal,
I am
and
so
CS
pissed.
Ninja.
My ass is killing me.
What a fantastic shoot.
Please make
Final
sure that
shootout.
you direct all complaints to the Brookar chat and post video evidence if you have it.
Alright, well, let's take a look at that final finish, and Red Laser, you can give us a few donuts in victory.
That was awesome.
There we go, congrats, man. Get on the front straight,
close
come
to
on.
John, I'm so
Get on the start finish straight, Red Laser, you've earned it.
Wow, the guy wins his own event. Wow.
Rigged. Fucking rigged.
Congratulations, Red Laser Beam. How was that race for you?
This is the greatest race of my life. Holy shit. That was the greatest finish ever. Wow. I gotta get the push to talk out so I can do burnouts and talk at the same time.
Do it. Burn this house down. It was a
At least I
certain
had the
great
best lap.
race for this top 3. Zonda and Shadow
Woo!
getting really close. He
gonna
burns this
celebrate
house
tonight.
down. This is what it's all about, boys. Number 1, winning in first place.
Finally did it. Finally parked it.
Congratulations,
We're gonna
Red.
tear this front stretch up. We're gonna tear this start finish line up.
Alright. Let's take a talk as he's busy making donuts for the world. Let's have a talk to second place. Shadow, how was your race? How was that final part?
I was quite disappointed with the result. I timed my pit stops quite well, and then I got caught out with that last safety car, and Laser caught up under it. And he was just faster most of the race. So.
Alright, let's talk to Zonda in third. What was your strategy leading out of that second safety car? What were you thinking? How was that race? Oh yeah, he's chat happy.
And also he just left.
Oh. Well, he's obviously storming off track, not happy, probably going into his trailer or something, but what a great race from all of you. Very clean until lap 50. I certainly was very entertained at the very end. If you can tell, my voice has gone a little bit hoarse, but thank all of you. What a great race.
Oh man. That is.
You're
Tell you
welcome
what,
for
I got
bringing up
a
this show.
shit ton of respect for every single one of y'all that I raced against there, cause you kids are fast. Oh, that was not easy. I needed a little bit of luck too. There was a little bit of luck involved.
The race will be on VOD, by the way, but I will edit together the whole qualifying and race. The qualifying, not so much, since not a lot did happen, but I'll just have a few clips in there of qualifying, but the race will be up in full, and, as well as the pre-race shenanigans we did.
Awesome. If anyone wants to stay for a post-event race in the single-seater, I will be hosting that.
Yes!
Yes,
Let's
dude.
go.
Let's go, dude.
Dude, end
Single
this race
seater
right now.
question.
Just end this race right now. Let's do it.
Fuck, let's do it.
Also,
Screw the event,
fantastic
let's go
racing,
for it.
guys. Good job on keeping it clean, except for Emerald.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
You got something to say?
I mean,
Why didn't the safety car